What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. It's a cold mofo out there, I tell you that. JB, what's going on, brother? I had to stop in and show my support for you. Grady, what's going on, man? Robert's Garage. Hey, what's going on, Rob? Glad you stopped in, brother. What's everybody up to? Today, I think I'm having me a beer or two. It's been one of them days. They're actually tasting pretty good, too. Still trying to get used to this damn laptop deal. So used to doing it off my iPhone. Yeah, JB, I went into your live there and looks good. Sorry about that, Rocker Pat. Oh, I was just saying that I jumped over to your live when you popped up, to show my support, and the shit, it looked pretty clear, sounded good. Now you just need to set up a date, and then get. I don't know if you can do a community page yet, but if you post it on your community page, it'll give everybody a heads up on it. Hey, Don, what's going on, buddy? CNC Auto Works. We got Vino Rat Rod Builds. What's going on, brother? We finally got push rods, I think. Sounds like push rods for the big block. So that'll be on the plan for tomorrow. Getting that the whole rockers and valve train all done up. Yeah, no kidding, Don. But yeah, I can't wait to get that done for him. I mean, he's excited, which I'm sure he is. NVS Rods is in the house. Oh, hell yeah, Pat. Hot chicks and underwear, count me in. Yeah, we love, you know what? I usually love the boxes on the front porch when they're my parts, but shit, I haven't got any parts for myself for a long time. Everybody else's parts. Trying to get these two motors that I got done. Shit, I thought I told Jay, I said, man, this feels like a retirement job on that big block Chevy. I mean, just everything was back ordered. And then when I had a guy comment, well, I could get them parts in 24 hours. This seems like you're milking it. I'm like, dude, don't even come in here with that shit. You don't know what's going on. I mean, the camshafts were not available for what we needed. Maybe a camshaft you could have got, but not the camshaft that I wanted for the specs of that motor. And I guess Jay, the owner of that 468, he knew the guy. And that guy called Jay. He said, what's that guy doing? Is he, doing you over? He said, no, you don't know what's going on, man. He's like, half of it's my fault, getting money and getting the parts there and blah, blah, blah. But I ended up just buying the camshaft myself out of my pocket and then get it in that way. I didn't have to mess with having Jay send money or do everything. It took 4 weeks to get that camshaft from Mmcg, though. And I was surprised that last video I did that I put out last Sunday. was actually shot 2 days before that, before my live feed last week. And I talked to Jay about the push rod links, and he ordered them that day, and I got them in yesterday. So we're good to go. NVS Ryan, dude, I have trouble getting parts lately. Oh yeah, everybody does, Pat. I mean, it all started back when all this COVID hit, um, and everybody was off work. So that's what they did at first. They just took their time off of work and they just worked on their hot rods. I mean, I talked to the guy at Summit and he says, man, our shelves are bare, our warehouses. I mean, the suppliers that, usually stock their warehouses, they were off too, when they shut, the country down. So nothing was being made. And I'm like, well, damn, AFR, like I said, the heads for my motor, shit, they're talking, if I order them now, they're talking July, maybe even into August before I get them. I haven't quite decided what heads I'm going with yet, but well, they do keep sending to the wrong one there, Pat. I have no idea about the blower I'm putting on. I need to get the rings bigger or not. How much boost you plan on making, JB? I mean, what's the blower put out? I mean, if you already got the rings out, I mean, and you're assembling the motor, it wouldn't hurt to gap them a little bit. I think off the top of my head, you got to take your bore times 0.0, 0.005 or some shit like that, and it'll give you, up to so many pounds. And for nitrous and all that shit, I ain't got the sheet in front of me, and I can't remember everything, but I think it's something like that. You got to times your bore by an equation, and it'll tell you what they want you to gap your rings at. Didn't we all? We all voted for Trump. Yeah, I mean, I called around, and then finally, I had a guy call me back at Summit and said he found one cam that fit our specs at Iski. They didn't have it in stock, but Iski did, and he said that it was a split duration and it was made for a boat. Which, okay, it's made for a boat. I know boats are, they're high RPM all day long. So I said that really don't matter. Long as the spring pressures, the open and closed seat pressures were the same for our springs. Because I didn't want to change the springs out too. So we had trouble getting the stroker kit. We had Lloyd in here too. Lloyd's on the road, guys, going down to Indiana. He's picking up a new pickup, an Extreme. Go figure. Extreme pickup. I don't know what size motor's in it. I think it's, by the way it sounded probably an LS. Adolf Hitler Nazi Party. What's happening? Which I don't know about all that shit, but Sam Lee, what's going on, brother, from Florida? Tell us about your weather. You're probably going to be waiting on some brake parts too there, Iron Horse Garage. Is that what that is, Grady? I didn't. I just started reading the name. Was going to welcome them, but I don't know about all that shit. Let me see if I can. I can. We're gonna get rid of that shit. Yeah, we're not into all that shit here, guys. Nazi shit. All right. We're gonna hide his ass. Okay. Man. I'm still trying to figure out this computer shit. But give me one sec, guys. We're gonna take care of this shit right now. If it keeps popping up, did I get him? No, there's still a couple up here. Message been okay. I think we got him. He's out. I don't know how for how long, but he's trying to comment again, but he's hidden. So I don't know. He keeps it up. I'm gonna have my editor in chief come down here and just give him the full boot, get him out of here forever. I didn't work for no IBM. So I did miss. You got 2 hours to go. Lloyd said before he's there. Been to Tunstall quite a few times. Being a rare ride. Some people. Yeah, I mean, you can't be respectable and Macintosh. You can't be respectable and, we're not into all that racism and all that bullshit. So, you want to come in and talk hot rods and bullshit and meet friends and all that, I'm all good with that. But we're not going to get into politics and racism and all that bullshit. Not here. Got no time for the BS. That's right. So Lloyd, did that have a LS in it? I missed that. I was taking care of that crap. That's right, Grady. Life's too short for all that shit. When they came out with that other stuff, which I probably shouldn't even go and get into it, but that BLK or whatever or BLM, everybody matters. And that's as far as I'm going with that conversation. So, Sam Leaf, you're trying to hide it. I'm going to show it anyway. Just So how's everything out in Florida, Sam? How's your horses and everybody else? Jason's Garage. No LS, huh, Lloyd? What's it got in it? Gen 1 small block or what? Or original motor? The 4.3? Jason's Garage is in the house, guys. Cool. Kevin Dillon. Hey, what's going on, brother? Guys, Kevin's the brother of Dave, the one that did the awesome work on the El Camino here. He's a hell of a body and a paint guy, too. Surfing with either looking at potential projects. Yeah, they had that Cutlass over by your house listed on. Remember that video I did, Kevin, of that blue Cutlass and was it Fairgrove? They just had it on Marketplace, and I called the number. So I was like, man, I should probably buy that thing. How solid it was. So I left the guy a message, and we'll see what happens. I might be getting a Cutlass. Wife ain't too happy about it. She wants to buy a new camper, but I love the G body. I love my kid's car, man. I told him, I'm kind of jealous of your car. Oh yeah, right. You got the El Camino. You got the Blazer. I said, no, Ty. I said, I've always loved Monte Carlos, and I always wanted that year. Well, trade me the El Camino then. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, 70 to 72, Monty. Tell you what, that one that Vice Grip Garage is doing is even kind of cool. I think that was a 74, I think it was. It's gone now today. Yeah, I tried finding it back on Marketplace, Kevin, and I couldn't see it on there. So he probably sold it. He never listed it last time. He just sat it out by the road when I did that video. I should have bought it back then, but I didn't know how much your brother was going to charge me on my car. So, I had to save up money. But shit, he had, I could have bought that car for $2,800. He had it for 35, and for 2,800, I think that was a pretty good deal. It had a 350 Rocket gold motor in it. He said the trans worked real good. Body mounts are a little crusty, but I'd love to have that Monte Carlo that you got too, Rocker Pat. That was one of my first hot rod Chevy builds that I did. I mean, I had a lot of Mopars before that, but when I turned to Chevy, I had a 79 Monte that I built, and it was gray, gray charcoal, looked just like your setup. Love them cars too. No, Jason, 2,800. That's why I said I should have bought it back then, but I had priorities. So where are you at on the S10 Extreme? You talking to me, JB? Yeah, they are. Yeah. I seen on Marketplace up here, Jason. There's a lot of them, anywhere from 7 to 10 grand on the Gen 3s. Oh, sorry to hear that, Pat. But JB, if you're talking about the Extreme S10, mine's a Blazer. And we're waiting on. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone before I started this live. Well, that white S10 that was in my shop, I sold. But right before I started live, I just got off the phone with my chassis guy, and he's going to be calling me this week, and he's going to stop over here. He needs that Pro Systems Vector carburetor that I got, so I'm going to give him that, and we're going to come up with a game plan for the truck, the Blazer. It don't need a lot. I want to have him go over and make sure that the chassis is square. That way I'm not dog tracking or it gets all stupid at the track, you know what I mean, first time we go down. But other than that, needs a couple little welds finished up, and there's some front end stuff I want him to look at. And then set ride height, and he can't do the ride height until we get the motor in it and stuff. But he's good at fabrication too, so I'm going to have him build me a bracket in the back of it so I can fit my fuel cell down, because anything that's open, like on a Blazer, and you go to put a fuel cell in it, you either have to put a dummy wall or a bulkhead wall in, or whatever the hell they call it, in order for it to be legal. So on the way the tin work comes back, I'm just going to have them make a flap door and then mount my fuel cell underneath that way I can put fuel in it. I have another 79 I want to put on a 4x4 chassis. The Mad Carlo. Hell yeah. Yeah, that S10 was cool. That white one that I had, man. But I'm a bigger guy, and I couldn't get comfortable in it. There was not enough room with that Blazer. The floors are lowered, the seats pushed back. I already started a video, which will be coming out soon. On we're going to be going from front to back, and I'm going to be showing you guys the whole truck, which I've never did a video on the Blazer yet. Maybe just an outside shot of it, but I've never got in-depth details of what that truck actually is and the setup that's on it. It's like a 25.5, cage, all tube chrome moly chassis. So I love them Novas too. I had a 70, which I think I used that picture in my last week's live stream, tubbed out. and that was a 70. I had a lot of cars, man. I grew up in, the era where cars were cool, the women were hot, had good music. You know, hell yeah. We had the fast muscle cars, the hippie girls that wore bandanas for shirts, a little titty action, and badass music. Gonna weld in the roof repair on Johnny tomorrow. Pat says for some reason that they're trying to hide his comments here, but I'll tell you what he says. Yeah, only if we would have kept that. Like I said last week, guys. I had my very first car was a 70 E body Challenger RT at 15 years old. It didn't have a motor and trans in it, but I mowed a lot of grass and washed a lot of dishes to come up to buy that car. And it was all in red oxide primer. Body was beautiful on it. My dad wouldn't let me buy it if it was shit. But shit, we're talking 80, 84, 85, somewhere in there. And I was pretty proud of that car. Had my bell bottoms out there and all kicked up on the roof. Thought I was cool. Sitting there playing with that wooden steering wheel. But I ended up selling it. The streakers. Did that a few times too. Fast cars and Bush. Hell yeah. Bush is overrated nowadays. Last car a couple years ago, 66 Coronet Big Block. They don't seem to understand that Dick is a man's name. Yes, I agree. Let me see if I can undo this for you. Hey, it worked. Man, I tell you, Cam, this the market on everything is a seller's market right now. I mean, houses, cars, boats, motorcycles. I mean, yeah, that's my dream car right there, Don. I'd trade that El Camino in a second for one that has had a good body. I'd even not even worry about the paint or nothing. I would trade my El Camino for a '67 Chevelle just because it's got a back seat. I love my El Camino. I like it, but I want a back seat now. So, I'm tossing it around. Do I get rid of the El Camino, put it up for sale? Well, it's a seller's market now that it's done and done right. Um, and then buy one. It got appraised for 30 grand. So, pretty proud of that. Felicia's first car was a 70 Nova. Hell yeah. For 20 grand, huh? Rust free, pretty. Is all the interior and all that there? I don't know. As soon as the roads get dry, I'm going to be out there tearing the shit out. The El Camino's ready to go. I never even got a chance to test that out with the new carburetor and all that. But actually, I'm going to be taking the intake off, and I'm going through all my valves. I'm going to be checking my rockers. And after I tore that big block down of mine and then found that cam lobe that was bad, I want to check the wheels on my rollers, on my lifters, and make sure that they're still looking good and everything looks good in there. I haven't touched that valve train in 2 years. I haven't adjusted it. I mean, I checked it once and it was right on the money. Usually, when you run them stud girdles, you ain't got to worry about it. But I check them. But after seeing that cam and that big block, and we're talking 1,000. Well, Lloyd, he just paid $1,700 for a roller cam kit for that Malibu that I installed on his car. So we're talking big money for shit that if you don't keep maintenance on or check periodically, I think it's time. It needs to be pulled apart and looked at, and I have another set of lifters here, actually out of Lloyd's car. He went from a solid roller to a hydraulic roller, so I still have all Lloyd's. I got his cam, lifters, springs. So if my lifters look shitty, I'll just change them out with Lloyd's lifters. Thanks, Lloyd, by the way. Hey, NVS Rides, don't be trying to pick up on my cars. Just kidding. I can't afford it right now. I just sunk a bunch of money into my house, so more power to you. You can make me a deal on that Nova though. I know you won't get rid of my truck, so I don't remember if I got the push rods with that too. Did I, Lloyd? I know I think Puppetron kept the rocker arms and something. I don't remember what. Because I didn't, they were shaved on and pretty beat up. Hey, Mark, old man in the shop. What's going on, buddy? We're just talking parts and controversy. Yeah, Mark just put out a video tonight, guys. He's building a homemade wash tank for a shop. Guy can build anything. Hell yeah, brother. Cheers, Sam. I figured last week I was drinking Coke. I got to drink Bud Light. It was one of them days. Hell yeah. Hey, Pat, I got a bunch of parts if you want to build it up, buddy. I got crank, pistons, rods for 468. Heads, the old, the good heads for the old stuff. Make you a hell of a deal. I was a small block man my whole life too. Glenn Codas is in the house. He took his nephew out for a ride in his car earlier. Shit, it's been snowing here all day. But I was a small block because I love RPM my whole life. But everybody I talked to said, man, that torque is what makes horsepower. You build them right, they'll still rev 7,000, So torque gets that big, the big cars moving, but, you put it behind that little truck, man, this thing is going to be nasty. If it don't, I'm selling it. I don't like bench racing, but yeah, you should be able to do that. You already got a lot of the steel, don't you, Mark? You should be able to build that for under $100. A lot of times, Jason, they won't put the guy's number on the ads on Marketplace unless you go through and put a letter or spell out a number. That's how I get away with doing it sometimes. Yeah, but my chassis guy, he's going to be stopping over next week, and we're going to go through everything. He's going to look at the truck and then get a game plan going. So, and then as soon as Jay picks up his motor, which, like I said, I got the push rods right here. I know that's what's in that box. I didn't order nothing, so I'm going to go in the shop tomorrow and finish up his, and he can pick it up next weekend. And then I'm going to put my order in for my new heads and intake. Heads alone are like $4,800. The intake's fucking like 800. So I'm gonna have like almost $6,000 into the top end. That ain't counting the camshaft yet. The camshaft's another 1,500. So, another $7,000 just going into my motor. But it should be one bad when it's done. I got some video clips of the guy that owned it before me. He sent to me of the truck. I'm inserting them into that video that I'm going to be putting out on the Blazer. So you'll be able to see why they had to do the tube chassis swap. They couldn't keep that truck down for nothing. They were trying to take off, he said, at 3,000 RPM, and it still come up and just ride it. It come up slow, and then the farther they go out, the higher it got, and just the torque of the big block, he said, just yanked that little truck around like nothing. We never did get to do the giveaway calendar last time, guys. Did you guys notice that? We got a Summit 2022 racing calendar. Yeah, I got Glenn. I got a bunch of. I don't got the. That's what I just sold was oval ports and hydraulic roller, but the cam was junk. Um, but I got all his old stuff, which are aftermarket pistons and a good steel crank. Um, shit, I can't remember the number on the iron heads, but hell yeah, man, I love them 69 darts. I had one that my uncle bought brand new, and they drove the shit out of it, you know, in the 70s. 344 speed. It was the swinger. I had the X heads on it. And then they parked it. It sat for over 25 years. I turned 18 years old. I ended up going over and buying it. We dumped oil down the cylinders, let it sit for about, I don't know, a week or so while we did the brakes and all that on it. And that thing fired up, man. I tell you what, that car was fun. Build sheet was still underneath the back seat and everything. I should have kept that car too. But I love them 69 darts. You see that one that JJ had that he was trying to sell? JJ the boss was selling it that one time. I like it with the 6-pack hood on them. Mine had the dual, you know, the hood with the two long scoops that said 340 on the side. But the GTX, or no, what was it? What was the 383's Iron Horse? They come factory with a 383 in them, 4-speed. I think it was a GTX. No, not GTX. Oh shit! It was the Dart GT something. Yeah, GTS. Okay, okay. GTS. That's what it was. Yeah, them were nice cars too. I got a couple camshafts, Jason. Nice big camshafts. I got springs, push rods. Yeah, the Dart GTS. Yep, the 383 in it, or the Hemi Dart. There's only very few of them. Hey, son, how you doing? How you feeling, buddy? Hopefully, you guys are feeling better over there. That's my boy, guys. Work made him come into work knowing that workers at his place had COVID, and he ended up getting it and bringing it home to his family. Hey, Rocker Pat, I wanted to show you something. Remember, we were talking a while back about stereo systems and your old stereo systems. I'm gonna take you for a little walk here. I'm gonna show you how I jam. I got that. I got the 15-inch powered Mmcg speakers, the Mmcg board. These speakers alone are 1,500 watts. I got a microphone setup. I used to be in a band, but that's my messing around stuff. But this is my old school setup that I use. And I tell you what, this thing right here, this thing puts out the power. And then I got 15-inch Sony speakers, which are hard to find or hard to see. But that's how we rock and roll here in Michigan, brother. If it's too loud, you're too damn old. When I jam, my neighbors jam. I had to show you that. I know when I turn on You Got Another Thing Coming, oh yeah, the neighbors definitely hear it. But yeah, I was in a band for a long time, and yeah, it's an old Pioneer. I forget. I think it's like 100 watts or 150 watts per channel. That damn thing. Even them Sony 15-inch speakers, I can't go past halfway, and it starts to kill them. I need to find a good set of speakers that'll handle the power. That receiver will just blow them. Boom. That's a killer receiver. That thing is heavy as hell too. That's the old school stuff, the old dial. That's what I say too, Pat. They don't like it. Too bad. I own my place. I own my property. I love my music, man. And now that I got an offer to go, I guess DJ/karaoke for a bar in Linwood. They want to hire me to go on the weekends and play music and all that shit. But I don't know about all that. You get all them drunk people up there that starts throwing beer around and shit, and that setup in my bedroom with my my board and them speakers, shit, you're looking at $2,500 setup just for the speakers, and not counting the cables and the amps and the mics and all that. And yeah, that thing is real clean, man. I'll take a better picture of it, and then I was actually going to do a video for you and dedicate it to you, Rocker Pat, and it's going to demonetize it, but I was going to crank it up and play some Judas Priest on there, Breaking the Law. I love that song too, and let you hear it. But I don't think it would do justice over a video. Your sounds pretty good through your videos, but I guarantee you, what we're hearing on your videos ain't what it sounds like in your shop. In your shop, it's probably just boom, 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 pumping. BW's Garage. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, Bear, good to see you. Matter of fact, Bear, I've been trying to get onto your live streams, and it won't let me in for some reason. I sit there and comment, hey, Bear, how's it going? And then you read the comment above me and the comment below me, and somebody else was saying that they were having trouble on some of your live feeds too. So, oh yeah, Thunderstruck, man, I tell you what. You play that, it'll rattle them speakers. But I got them powered Mmcg speakers in the back room there, and I only got them turned halfway up because they're 1,500 watts per speaker. I got two of them in there, so I got them turned halfway up, and I can only turn I start rattling shit off the walls, and I practice a little bit singing through. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was in a band for a long time. And when I got hurt, the band kind of smoothed out and went their own ways, and I never did try getting another one going. But yeah, I love jamming, man. And I was the singer. Did some old ZZ Top Tush, and taking care of business, Mo BTO, breaking the law. You got another thing coming. I can sing all that shit. I don't try and get into the '80s hair band shit to where you gotta take your nuts and squeeze them into to get the high notes, but I do the songs I know I can hit the notes and sound decent. I'm not perfect at it, but we have fun. A bunch of guys get together, jam out, man. That's what I'm saying. There ain't no way a video sounds, and it sounds decent in the video on my shit. You know what I mean? Because when I play your videos, I play them through my TV, and I got surround sound hooked up, so it sounds good. But there ain't, I know what music and the tones and all that shit, how to set all that up. I know in your shop it's rocking. Rusty Rods, hey, what's going on, buddy? Primal Scream Motley Crue, Don says. Yeah, I've tried a couple times, there, Bear, on to get on yours. And matter of fact, even Mark, old man in the shop, he'll vouch because I asked him. I says, "Hey, Mark, because he was in there, and I messaged him through Messenger. Said, hey, I'm trying to get on the Bears Live, and he's the one that actually told me that they had trouble. Sometimes that he has trouble with people not being able to get in. So, yes, I did finally triple nickel. I finally got it. My email was all jacked up. When it finally popped back on or whatever happened, I had 165 emails. But at the time you sent the message through Messenger, I didn't receive it then, but I did get it now. So yeah, we're good to go. I'll be sending that out. Yeah, I love them old school receivers like that. I'm looking for a good turntable. When my mom passed, I got her album collection, and she was, rock and roll from day one. And you guys, I'll do a video for you and let you see some of the albums she's got, and you guys would probably shit your pants. I mean, these are probably worth a lot of money. I mean, she's got all of the old rock and roll stuff. Some of the covers are beat up. She's even got old Elvis stuff, old Beach Boy stuff. Um, the on some of the covers they open up, for like a book, and it's got a bunch of I don't know all kinds of cool shit in there. But hell yeah, man, them old pioneers and um, shit like that, them old turn dial ones, man, them heavy receivers, man, they just rock. It's better than if you go to a garage sale and you see a stereo, it says Kenwood, but it says surround sound on it. It ain't gonna jam that good. Looking at Nova parts, yeah, I seen that BW. You got yourself a Nova, huh? Hell yeah, brother. I seen hey Travis, I seen your boy was online making an idiot of himself again. Wow. I always got to multitask there, BW. Man, I watched the first one, and they were just ripping him to shreds. The one before Mimi and his mom sitting down the very first one he did. What an idiot. I don't even want to really give him the support, but it's hard not to watch him be an idiot. You know, it really is. It's kind of entertaining, you know what I mean? He's got to know deep down in his soul he's a dumbass. Come on, man. Yep, exactly, Pat. I actually got another one out in my garage I'm not using. Miss Kim got a Nova. Yes, she did. Like a train wreck. You ain't bullshitting. Like, you know, that one video that he did, and he's sitting there. You could see what he was doing. Oh, I was not. I was rolling a doobie. Dude, it's on your own life feed. So how can somebody, you know, you're saying that somebody edited a video to make that look like that? How can they do that on your video? You're stupid. I got a kick out of it though. I couldn't wait for some, you know. Now I know you're going to be having a video come out about it, so I'm kind of waiting on that. You know, and he's promising Mimi all this money for doing these lives with him, or videos with him. He probably ain't getting shit from him. So I don't see how he can get monetized on doing drugs on your video channel. You know. I gotta have an '80s rock and roll playing when we're hell yeah, man. When I'm out in the garage, you know, don't get me wrong. I had a TV out in my garage and you know and stuff, and I have one for the garage. But usually when I'm out there and if I'm not videoing, turn up the radio. I wanna feel it. Give me some more. Who sings that? Anybody know? Who sings "Turn Up the Radio"? You'll get a free calendar right now if you guess it. Can't be Rocker Pat though. I already know he knows it. Shit, Don. He's got videos of him driving his Corvette 80, 90 mile an hour. There it is, autograph. 80, 90 mile an hour through Texas traffic and just jamming. If you haven't seen his videos, I suggest you go back and watch them. They're awesome. Autograph. It was the first one. What's it saying on your guys' side? I got two of them that are back to back. That actually looks like, does it show a time on it? Which one came in first? I don't know. They both popped up at the same time, so I think we're going to have a tiebreak between Iron Horse Garage and that Tommy's. I can't. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Tommy. But they both popped. Boop. All right, you guys. Between Iron Horse Garage and Tommy, are you guys into the older rock and roll? You're way late, Lloyd. Sure. Because that's what I'm saying. How's it look on your side? Because on my side, it's showing Iron Horse and you popped up the same, right? Boop boop. But where's Iron Horse? Is he ready? I'm gonna give you guys one more song, and whoever types it in first. You can play, Pat. Tommy was the first one. See, that happened on Iron or on BW's page. I thought I was first on the comment, and then it wasn't actually, and it happens like that. So, but Tommy and Iron Horse Garage, who sings "Long Cool Woman"? Everybody's saying Tommy was first on their side, so there he is. Yep. He popped up the Hollies. Anyways, you got her, brother. You won yourself a calendar, brother. Leave a comment in the comments below. Give me your or send me a message on do you have Instagram? That way you ain't got to put your address out there. We're on Instagram too, or could you actually message me on Instagram? CCR. It's all good, brother. Still all killer music. I love that old shit. All right, NVS, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. The Hollies. Grady spells it Hollies like carburetors. But Tommy, I'll put in my email address down here, and you can just shoot me an email with your address, and I'll send you. Just shoot me an email and with your address, and I'll send that out to you. It hasn't even been opened, brand new in the package. Well, I guess the glue didn't stick, but 2022 Summit Racing Calendar. They're pretty cool. We got some badass rides in there. Mopars. So congratulations, brother. Hey, take care, BW. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck on that Nova for the wife. It's gonna be expensive. Hell yeah, I usually keep all my older calendars, even the older ones, and I'll cut the pictures off them and hang them on something, like the back part of the shop or something. I'm saving some room up because Grady's got me some more banners. So I got to save a little bit of that wall over by my toolbox for a couple big banners. Right, Grady? Who wrote Slick Black Cadillac? Oh, shit. It's a Slick Black Cadillac. Let me Google it. No, I don't know. I know the song for sure. Oh yeah, that's cool, Grady. Thanks, brother. Quiet Riot. Is he right? Tommy's on the fucking ball tonight. If it is, it probably is. Now that you said that, starts out that slick black Cadillac. Yep, it is Quiet Riot. Glenn Coda said the same thing. Yeah, the old Napa calendars are cool too. Tommy's probably got his fucking phone out there doing the Google search rate as he's doing it too. I don't mean Tommy. How old are you, brother? You ain't got to tell us the real age, but in the ballpark. Is that your age group? That kind of music, the Hollies and hell yeah, that's right there. I got a new girl now, and she's a lot like you. Hell yeah, man. I love the old music. Like I said, we grew up in a generation where we had the best cars, the best music, and some pretty hot women that was pretty much down for anything. Racing, drinking, partying, you doing you know what. Yes, sir. We're gonna try and get back on our Saturday schedules there, Don. As long as that, if it's decent out, I might be out in the shop. Honeymoon suite, there he goes. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be getting back on the schedule. Schneider Tron 3000, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Mama, we're all crazy now. That was a good one too. Yeah, live chat. Yep. Nice truck, Josh. Bucker's awesome, brother. Do I foresee turbos in it in the future? Those are facts, Pat. Hell yeah. You can't stump Pat on that or that that kind of music. That's why I figured I'd throw in the Hollies or something like that, and kind of throw them off a little bit. But and the Sabbath and the Judas Priest, and there ain't no way you're stumping them on that shit. But not driving any salty ass roads. Oh, he's been driving it around. All right, Don, I appreciate it, man. We'll see you next week. Passes. Oh, you mean when women wanted to look like women and not like men? Oh, it's funny. Keep on a rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. Hell yeah, Josh. That'd be awesome, brother. That's probably how they got hit them high notes so much, because how tight their jeans were and how long their hair was. They were probably taking, you know, um, what the hell you call it, testosterone for women or something to be able to hit them high notes. And I tried growing, back in the day when I had my chain hanging from my wallet, my little bell bottoms kicking. I tried to grow the hair, but I could never get past the dirty mullet stage. I could never get the curls and the big fluff and like the um, Zeppelin, Jimmy Page couldn't get his hairdo going on. Vice grips on the sack, hit them high notes. All right, where's he at? Hey Tommy, Youth Gone Wild. We'll throw that one out there. There's an off the wall one. Damn, that motherfucker is good. Winger. Skid Row is right. 18 in life. Yeah, no shit, Grady. Had to take the coil wire with it. He'd probably find one. I foresee Dad taking that truck and you ending up the 60LS club cab, Josh. Hell yeah, brother. Keep her between the ditches. Thanks for stopping in, man. I gotta get a refill. I want to grab this book too. Hold on. This book of secrets right here has probably got some music in it that would stump all you guys. All right, Train. We'll start with that one. We'll turn this into name that tune. Wrong, Glenn. Did he goddamn Tommy is on. Double Vision. Oldie but a goodie. Aerosmith. Worst song ever was Beth. Yeah, I agree. Foreigner. Glenn got it before Tommy that time. NIB. There you go. There's a good one. Which everybody in our age group should know that one. Hey Lloyd, drive safe, buddy. Modern day warrior. That's Tesla. Or no, that's modern day cowboy. Nobody got NIB. Black Sabbath. Tommy did Black Sabbath. Yeah, I can't stump you, man. Yeah, this was our song list that we jammed on. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we had Roadhouse Blues, Born to Be Wild, 18 by Alice Cooper, Stranglehold, Cocaine, Taking Care of Business, Cat Scratch Fever, Keep Your Hands to Yourself, Johnny Be Good, Hang On Sloopy, Rocky Mountain Way, Living After Midnight, You Got Another Thing Coming, American Band, Cumbersome, Simple Man, Tush, Sharp Dressed Man, Last Dance, Rock and Roll Fantasy, Remedy, Jailbreak, Backdoor Man. That was one set. Summer of '69. Some good old tunes there, though. That's the kind of music I listen to. I love that old shit. Hell yeah. AC/DC Jailbreak. That Jailbreak on there, though, was Thin Lizzy. Rush, that's a good one, too. I can't do Rush, though. I wish I could do Tom Sawyer. I love that one. And I love Working Man. And what's the other one? Oh, shit. I know music like I know Small Block Chevy. Hell yeah. Know some good. I mean, we at the bars that we played at over in Linwood, man, we filled them up. You know, for as much as you could for a little, Hickville. But like I said, I picked the songs that I know I could do. I might not have done them perfect in the very right pitch, but it was all right. We didn't get booed, and I still practice. And when I'm bored and it's shitty outside and cold, I'll jam on on my equipment and still keep in tune. What's that one? Tell me if you guys ever heard of this one. "18 by Alice Cooper's a good one. Sunspot Baby, Dirty White Boy, Two Tickets to Paradise. Oh, where in the hell is it? Puddle of Mud, She Hates Me. Same Old Song and Dance. You ever heard that? Okay, name this one, Tommy. Fly Me Courageous. That's a badass tune. Hey, that's right, Pat. Who cares if I was perfect? I was out there doing it. Had a good time doing it. I was a rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. I know that. Felt good to me. Driving and crying. Dan, you are good, boy. What do you think of that song, Tommy? Pretty cool tune. Do you like it, or? I think it came out in the early '90s. I thought about trying to put another band together, but shit, I got so much shit going. But still, you could always make time to jam. A couple hours, couple 3 hours. It's like everything else too. If you don't keep on it, that's why I got a microphone in there. And if you don't keep going on, trying to, when I first got hurt, I was laid up for 2 years, and that's why I said the band kind of did their own thing. But after I got back up and on my feet, and I started just I don't like that's it too. I got a I got a backbone. If I ain't perfect, if I can't hit the high note, I'll just drop down a note, whatever. And then I'll pick the songs I do. You ain't gonna see me out there trying to, sing, some of the old real high pitch shit. No. Driving and crying is the best thing to come out of Georgia. I sing me some karaoke. That's basically what I'm doing right now without a band. Me and the wife will have a couple drinks and we'll sit back there and we'll rock out. I actually got a whole song list on my, but I don't know how it won't on your channel. You can set playlist, and I got a playlist of over 150 old songs like that. Driving and Crying, Judas Priest, all that. All that old stuff. The Doors, Led Zeppelin, all that, and it won't let me down. It won't let me put it public. I don't know why, for copyright issues or what, but I think it's bullshit. Because how can these other people, you can go on videos and watch videos of, say, um, Judas Priest doing their thing, and then you look underneath and it's got some weird ass name that posted the video. How did he get away with doing it? So I don't know. Lube Tube is weird. But yeah, I thought about taking up that little gig over there. I tell people, I bet Gordon Ramsay didn't cook their dinner, but they'd eat it. Hell yeah. See, Pat, you speak the truth, brother. It's all about having fun, man. It's what we did. Like I said, my drummer wasn't perfect. The bass player, none of us were. But it sounded good. It passed. Because usually, if you suck, then a bar's not going to pay 150 to 200 bucks a night to come in and play. But shit, every time that we did, man, it filled them up, made them guys money. So it was cool. It was awesome. Yeah, no shit. Even on some of my higher, I was just going back on my analytics, and it seemed like my higher views. I mean, I got a video on there that has like 6 point something K views, and they copyrighted it, or slashed the monetization on it. And I watched the video a couple times, and I can't figure out why. I mean, I can't hear shit in the background playing. It seems like all the higher views, man, it is what it is. Where did you go, to Ubley or Lapeer? Yep. I like that track. It's laid back. You can camp there, and I agree with Pat too, man. A lot of people, that the track's actually slowing down because of Lapeer. Um, they redid Lapeer and shit, but I'd rather go to Ubley over Lapeer, and it's about the same distance for me to go either way. Um, but my sister only lives like 10 minutes from Lapeer, so we'll take off on a Friday night and go spend time with family, and then wake up Saturday. I'm only 10 minutes from the track, and so it kind of works out good for Ubley. But I tell you, my car lost 2/10 of a second. This was before Lapeer was redone, and 2/10 of a second just going from Ubley to Lapeer. Couldn't hook worth the shit over there, but now it's all redone. I heard it hooks like beautiful now. Ubley or Lapeer's so busy now. If you go for test and tune, Glenn, don't you shit? You're lucky to get a couple runs in. Yeah, if you want control over the music, don't sell it to me. Yeah, once they sell it to you, it's yours. I think they do that shit just to try and squash the littler, because I've heard shit on other channels and it seemed like it didn't bother them. And I think there's a rule you can play up to 20 seconds of a song before they'll strike it. But who wants to jam for 20 seconds on a 3-minute song, man? I want to hear the whole damn thing. Because like on my driving videos, like when I put it on time lapse and cruise, I want to have music in it. It's boring without having something. And the free music you get off YouTube, only thing that you can find that kind of fits with it is that, the hippity hop so I just put in whatever. I got a guy that actually, Sean S. Beats, he's from Michigan. He makes me up some tracks and stuff that I can just put in for Phil on my time lapses. Yeah, Milan for me, shit, that's quite a haul for me up here. Who bought them out? Do you guys know? I heard that Norwalk was supposedly looking to buy it out. Whether they did or not, I don't know. Yeah, who bought Milan out, Grady? Do you know? It wasn't a talk that Norwalk was supposedly going to buy it out at one time. What are you running, Tommy? Give us the lowdown. Give us the skinny. Wish I had the money to buy a track. Oh no shit. Outlaw 632 car, huh? Where are you from? I guess I'll find out when I check my email with your address, huh? Oh no shit. How? Yeah, my buddy Ken that I bought the big block out of his Malibu for the Blazer. His buddy Matt is a chassis guy. He's got the fastest ET for the door cars at Ubley. He holds the record in a Fox body. I think he did like 182 out the back. And the shutdown at Ubley ain't very long. Not to be doing 180 something mile an hour. Oh yeah, he said his brakes were on fire. He had the shootout too, but yeah, he's still got the record out there at Ubley for the door car. That's cooking. 180 mile an hour out the back. He must know how to type faster than we do, Pat. I'm a pecker. I forgot what Grady said last week. He's a looker and a pecker. once we get that truck done and figure out the new truck situation, I got the you can go every 5 seconds, Pat, on answering. It says slow mode is on, but they want you to wait. If you don't turn the slow mode on for your lives, they want you to wait every 60 seconds to comment. So I turn the slow mode on, then I turn the seconds down to every 5 seconds. Last week I had it on 1 second, and yeah, they're probably delayed. I'm sure they are. We're all slow anyway. Yeah, but I'd love to get up by you, Grady, and come hang out with you at the track. And like I said, after we get the Blazer done and the new tow rig figured out, what we're gonna get, so we can travel. Like I said, my dream, my goal is I'd love to go do that dig or die back half with that truck. I know there's a lot of fast cars there, and I'm not expecting to win, but that's just something that I want to do. It looks like a good time. What, back half racing, Glenn? Looks like your car hooks pretty damn good too. You know, if you do that PYOP, that pour your own puddle, you get, you'll hook on. I tell you what, the El Camino, man, that thing hooks good on the streets. Oh, really? Was it that yellow one? I watched that video, Detroit video. Was it that yellow 55? That was you? How'd you do, Glenn? Or orange, yeah. Orange, sorry. Yep, I seen that. That's badass, dude. He even interviewed you about it. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Cool, dude. Shit, we got a celebrity in the house, guys. He's been on 1320's videos. Awesome. Hell yeah, brother. That's cool as shit. That is a nice car. Now I'm trying to think of what the hell the combination was that he asked you. Turbo John's a good dude, man. You comment on some of the stuff he answers you on his videos, and you know he'll help you. You know, if you had questions and shit. His Mustang he just got, but he just posted a video. I think it was early this morning. Yeah, it looked cold. When was that at? Was that before Christmas or? I'm talking his white car that he just got done up, Glenn. the way the back, the bars and all that, the sheet metal looks in that white new Mustang, it looked like just like my Blazer. All the tin work and the bar work and all that shit. And I have to agree with them. Before all the tin gets put into your race car like that, and it's just an open shell with just bars, it doesn't look like much. Oh, okay, October 25th. Hell yeah, brother, that is awesome, though, man. Your picture's little, but now that you're saying that, I can see the 55. See, these are all little pictures on the side here, but I thought it was a truck at first until I really get looking at it. But that is awesome as shit, man. They were supposed to have one up here in north. Jade, the guy I'm doing that 468 for, he's got a buddy that's got a Camaro that's a bad boy, street car. And he knows somebody that knows somebody that they were supposed to be setting a race up here. 1320 was supposed to be up northern Michigan and put on some street racing action too at the beginning of the year. When or the end of the year, excuse me. So I wonder if they just did it down in Detroit because it never happened up here. Anything can happen in a race. I wouldn't be afraid to race a car double the horsepower of mine because they'll blow the tires off, and you can win. It's hard to beat somebody with money, you know what I mean? That's got the best of everything. I don't, they're talking all these new rules and all this shit. You know what rule they need to get rid of for it to be a real race, I think, is get rid of the Davis traction control devices and shit. That shit ain't fair. How are you supposed to be managing your power, and being a tuner to tune your car to go down the track when you got a $10,000 Davis unit in your car? you know, and it should be run what you brung as far as, firewall and, all that shit, you know, or a chassis car or whatever. Run what you brung. Hopefully you brought enough, but that. Because a lot of people, like my Blazer ain't going to fit because it's got a modified firewall, and it's a tube chassis. It doesn't have stock floor pans, but it's got all a Vintag steel roof and quarters. So I don't know. I just watched that thing on Mac TV where they were going over the rules, and they're all about it should be run what you brung. Hopefully you bring enough, because if this guy has got 2,500 horsepower against your 1,100 horsepower or whatever, he puts too much, and you see it all the time. These big guys go out there and they blow the tires off, and the other guy goes right straight down. So I believe that. Shit, he's down. We're all Michiganders, Tommy. He ain't too far from you. If you're in Howell. It'd be a pain in the ass. I'd drag my truck all the way down there and can't get in, to race the people to be in the same class as the people I'd love to be in with. Just to say that I was there, like I said, these guys been doing it a long time. I've been racing a long time too, but not that kind of racing. So street racing's the same thing, I guess, and I still street race. I street race the El Camino before I went to paint against one of them Firehawks or whatever the hell it is. LS Firehawk. Like I said, the El Camino hooks up good on the street, though. It'll spin maybe, I don't know, to get enough wheel speed out there about 20, 30 foot and then dead hooks and goes. No. The Bidwells don't. Hell yeah, Pat. My brother-in-law goes down to that. He's got a white 80, I think it's an 84 or 85 Blazer. He does pretty good in that. I think it's a 421 stroker small block with a big shot of nitrous on it. It's called Two Faced. Half the truck's white and half the truck's got red and uh, some other shit on it. Yep, I still have that shit. Rusty rods. I haven't upgraded to the LS shit. People say that I'm stupid for not doing it. All the money I spend on all my small blocks and big block shit, I should just build a bad boy LS and turbo it or whatever. It's just I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm good at what I do. And I know the ins and outs of them motors like the back of my hand, and I never got into the newer shit. I'm sure I could figure it out. You know what I mean? It's all as long as their tolerance. What's the tolerance for this? What's the tolerance for that? What's the clearance? I'm sure I could build it, but I don't know. I'm like the old man. Well, I am an old man, but um, just stuck in my ways, I guess. My kid wants to put an LS when this motor goes up in the Monte. He wants to go LS and that, but trying to teach these kids nowadays to stay, true to old school stuff instead of the LS. I mean, everybody's got an LS, and we can run with them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you put nitrous on a big block Chevy, and you get the right car, it'll run with them turbo LSs. And they can have just as much trouble with that. Ejector hangs over or something and floods a cylinder out and bends a rod or what have you. There's troubles there too. I mean, no matter what you have, there's the ups and downs. That's right, Grady. Small blocks are cheap. You can build a hell of a good small block for cheap. Uh, no, cheap-ish. And this ain't no lie or nothing, but I got 12 grand wrapped up in the motor in the El Camino, and that's a small block. But I put the best of everything in that thing. I mean, it's fully studded, the bottom end studded, the heads are studded. It's got best pistons, best rod, best crank. Yeah, ish is right. Cheap-ish. Jenny wants to find, she's like, why can't we find like an old 50s car, even a four-door or station wagon, and leave it patinaed and rusty and, make sure the mechanicals are on it and just have something like that? I'm like, I ain't against that. Everything doesn't have to be race cars, even though that's what I do. I love my race cars. But, like the El Camino, it's even kind of impractical. We can't take that down to, like say if we wanted to drive that to Lapeer, it ain't ever going to happen with the setup that's in it. It's good for around here for 20, 30, miles, 40 miles. But that's one thing good about the LS shit. You can drive them anywhere, click off an 8-second pass, and turn around and drive it home. That's the only ups I see about it. And now that everybody's into them, they're saying, "Oh, you can go to a junkyard and buy one for $500." Not around here, you can't. Everybody's catching on to the LS thing, and oh yeah, that's worth $1,000. It's got 300,000 miles on it, but it's worth $1,000. Not to me, it ain't. How many miles are on that, Glenn? Oh yeah, like I said, they're all catching on. 160 for $600. That ain't bad. Shit, Jenny's Tahoe. The Gen 4s I heard are the best for like the LS because they got free floater rods and pistons. The rods are thicker. Um, so on that her truck we got 256 on it. Yeah, but that Corvette don't have no 305 in it. That's for sure. Jackie. I wish you could video some of the people that you pass, just their faces when you go by them like that in traffic, Pat. That would be awesome. You need to take somebody for a ride with you just to video the reaction of people when you're cutting through traffic like that. That would be awesome. You probably can't hear their horns because you got the jams kicking. But yeah, like I said, even like the '50s four door shit, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give a shit if it was an old straight six with a three on the tree, just something to cruise around in. And I love them old cars, the old metal dashes, had the little clock in the dash and shit. They had an old Dodge around here a while back, and I looked at it, and it was actually a pretty clean car. And I should have bought it. Another thing I should have did, but I didn't. But if I come across another one, I don't care what they think. We know that. You should put a big one of these on your back window, so when you go by and they're beeping their horn at you, it's automatic. How many tickets have you got, Pat? I'm being nosy. On your videos, even when your old truck, you took your buddies over there, or no, you went to look at a shop, and you had your old truck, man, and you were going through Texas traffic like nothing. You try that shit up here in Michigan, these cops up here, man, they ain't got nothing better to do. The rookies will have you. Oh, you change lanes too fast. Your car's too nice. It's too loud. None because they can't catch you. The one video when you took Jackie out for a ride and you were playing, I forgot what song it was, but it lasted the whole cruise. I was trying to keep track of the road you were taking because you do your big circle, and you did it before in your other videos. I'm thinking, all right, let's see if I went to Pat's house, if I could do this loop. Yeah, you had me lost by at the end. You got to go over the one. I think it's a one way, and then a railroad track, and then there's a stoplight, and then you lost me after that. That car kind of the paint on it. that paint, the candy apple like that kind of reminds me of that Corvette summer car from the front. You know what I mean? Obviously that hood scoop ain't the same and all that, but just the front end, the way the stance and all that. What are you putting in the S10? I know it's a V8, but another 305, or are you going 350? You might have said in one of your videos, but I can't catch every detail. Highway 3 and Beltway. Yes, Corvette summer. Hell yeah. The way the flares are and the side pipes and the center lines on there. Is that your daily, Glenn? You got a lot of toys too, don't you? Oh yeah, Tommy. Yeah, we're gonna be jumping off here soon. We're already going on an hour and 45, which I ain't got no time limit, but the wife's got to open up tomorrow, and I got to go shovel my driveway yet. We got a dusting. No shit. Cool. Have you ever did a video on it? If you did, I missed it. I ran small block Ford in my Boss Mustang, hooked up great on the street, slicks. I bet I beat a lot of big horsepower cars because they couldn't hook up. Well, they were spinning. I was leaving. Hell yeah. You need to do a video on it, Glenn. Hell yeah. I love the way Jackie looks too. She's sexy. Oh yeah, you know what? I do remember seeing that in your garage now. Now that you now that I'm thinking about it, Glenn. Yeah, Jackie's got the right stance. She's got all the right curves. Now I know why you call her Jackie. You want to sell the 70 box Chevy? What kind of shape's that in? Shit. You got a lot of nice stuff over there too, Rusty Rods. We're all just reminiscing about all of our old stuff. And we do have some stuff now too, but shit, 20 years ago, man, 30 years ago, I should say. Papa Tron's in the house. What's going on? Heard you been out taking Josh's truck out in the salt. Getting them mad. Have you done any work on your house at all out there, Pat? Them are pretty cool videos. I like watching them ones too out there. the thieving neighbor move out? Hell yeah. Jenny's dad's got a 68 he's trying to sell. Big black 4-speed car, Corvette, Stingray. Hasn't been on the road in a while. He's got that 57 Chevy he's selling. He's got that old Bonnie and Clyde car he's selling. Um, his health ain't good. Hell yeah, I'm gonna. Being real, Mr. Be Real. I gotta give him shit. He gives me shit all the time. He wants 10 for the 57, and it's well worth it. It's all well. I think the motor's been changed in it, and they put a B&M shifter in it, but all the trim, all the dash, nothing's been touched. For a Tri-5, 57 Bel Air, 10 grand. If I had 10 grand, I'd buy it. I thought it had a 383 or a 327 in it, but I guess it's got a 400 in it. But it's a clean car. Everything's there. Oh no shit. That's cool. Like I said, he's keeping that yellow 32 pickup. Just working on cars. Oh, I took it out. Yeah, he was on earlier, popping, and he's like, I asked him, so what's the plans? Turbo on that or what? And I said, it's a nice truck. He said, yeah, if I can keep my dad from driving it on the salty roads. I just laughed. He laughed. He put LOL after it, so you're all good. Old Performance and Sounds, what's going on, brother? Yeah, imagine that. Now you guys got all the fuel system worked out, huh, Puppetron? Rocker Pat. Oh man, I love that guy. But he's keeping that 32 coupe pickup with the blower on it. He's keeping. I think might even going to be selling that 63 split window. The drag car. But he's keeping Jenny's car, which is a 65 SS Chevelle. He's had for 50 years. I mean, he's had that car forever. He's keeping that one, and he's keeping the 32, and then he's going to sell off the rest of them. He's got multiple Corvettes. He's keeping Jenny's mom's 85 square body too. Texas truck, short box, 2-wheel drive. So them are the 3 that he wants to keep. But other than that, he said the rest of them can go. And I told him, I said, well, you got to price them to sell. People ain't got 20, 30 grand, so he's like, well, I'd take 10 for the 57, which I was like, wow, I thought you would have said more for that. But the car's solid. Floors are solid, trunk solid. It's got a little bit of surface rust starting on the bottom of the fenders. All the glass is good. All the trim's there. If you guys ever watch that Skull Garage, they talk up the 57, and his is missing a lot of pieces. But, even, some of these cars, like, that are missing a lot of pieces, They want a lot of money for them too, but I'd love to be able to try a 5 Chevy, but you know, wish in one hand and you know what in the other until I get some of this other stuff done. Yeah, they are. And this is a Texas truck. It come from. He used to drive down every year. He would take his car hauler and his trailer. He was going to buy a salvage yard in Texas. They were moving to Texas, and he ended up finding one here in Michigan, and just stayed here in Michigan because of family. Which I'm glad he did, because I probably wouldn't have met my wife. But yeah, he'd go down every year and buy out. He'd go to all the scrap yards. He'd bring back loads of truck boxes, race car, I call them, muscle car parts, bumpers, hoods, doors for like Nova, Chevelles, Cutlass, the 69 Cutlasses and shit like that, the hard to find bumpers and all Texas parts. Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother? But yeah, he used to go down there and make money, because all the Michigan parts up here, you can't find shit. Especially you go look for a 71, Nova bumper or something, and if you do find one, it's going to have a tweak in it, a whiskey den, or or if it's got a little bit of rust or whatever. But he used to make a killing off them Texas part truck boxes, especially doors for the square body shit. But then his health took a shit, and oh, I know, but he knew what to look. You know what I mean? I seen some rusty cars in your yard that was from Texas. That one that you were building. Well, actually, you're still building it. That copper one that you were putting quarters on. That's going to be a nice car when that's done too. That was pretty rough for a Texas car. Well, that's just from water, from rainwater sitting in it. It ain't from salt. Yeah, he had that her mom's truck's got a 350 350. You guys ever heard of that for a small block Chevy? 350 350 horse from the factory. The old school 350s. I just told these guys that a minute ago, Pat, or Mike. We're going to get ready to cut this off here shortly, and I got to go and shovel my driveway. We got a dusting, probably about a half an inch. But if I let it freeze on there, then it's going to turn to ice, and I'm going to have a hell of a time. I got a black top driveway, so I try and keep it clean. But that's what we're going to be doing here right after I get off this live feed, is bundling up and playing get the old Mexican backhoe out. Humidity kills cars. Yeah, I bet. I had a guy send me headlight bezels and blinkers. Corner. It's an insert that goes over the corner of the El Camino front blinkers. He was from Las Vegas, and they were like brand new GM, original GM. Man, I have never had to shovel a hurricane. You kill me, man. You just have to squeegee it out the door, right? As the wind's blowing in the water. Oh man, this was a good live feed. I've laughed so much off of this one. That was great. Awesome people came in. But guys, I think we're gonna shut her on down. My beer can's empty. And like I said, I got to go shovel some snow. But I appreciate everybody for stopping in, and can't wait to see all your guys' video. Glenn, definitely do a video on your S10, man. I think people would like to see that. Rocker Pat, I'm always checking you out, brother. Keep it rocking and rolling and rolling and rocking, because that's what we're doing here. Rusty Rods. I just had to huff and puff and blow it back into the Gulf. Speaking of huff and a puff, my boy just kind of gave me a signal. I think he's ready for a huff and a puff. That's secret code talking. You know what I'm talking about. But guys, I appreciate it, man, and we'll be on back next Saturday, and hopefully everybody else stops in and we can have a killer time again, and hopefully everybody gets some work done during the week. I definitely got my parts in to get that big block finished up, so that thing will be done. And like I said, he can come pick that up, and I can get my parts ordered for my motor. Pat, he's right on it. 420. Hey, Wade's Coating. Yeah, brother, we were on for 2 hours, and glad you stopped in to say hi. Always good to see you. We'll be on next Saturday, 8:30. Mark it on your calendar. Come and meet a lot of these good guys, man. I mean, we had a lot of them in here tonight. Killer people, man. Awesome people. Have them have good channels. Go through, check them out. Subscribe. Give them thumbs up. Turn your bell button on. Get notifications. Oh, it's all good, Mike. You can go back and watch it. You'll get yourself a laugh. We had some pretty good laughs tonight. Hey, Grady. Thanks for stopping in as usual, buddy. Love you, man. Be good. Rusty Rods. Awesome. Rocker Pat. Glenn. Mike. Waze Coating. We'll catch you guys all next week. Be looking forward to your guys' video. Take care now. Peace out. Keep on rocking.